Right, so my name is Jack McCart, and this summer I volunteered at a nursing home, or specifically Harris Hill Center in Concord. I'm going to be talking to you about health and mortality. My main goal of this project was really to find how we can improve the quality of life for residents living in nursing homes. But I didn't really think that would go over well as a presentation, so I'm going to talk to you about a couple of lessons I learned. So basically, time is sort of like a currency. It doesn't last forever, and unlike the dollar or the yen, you can spend it, but you can't earn it back. It kind of goes along with my other lesson, that don't take your health for granted. A lot of people, including myself before this project, they take their health for granted. Like, they walk down the stairs in the morning, they brush their teeth, or they eat their breakfast. But a lot of these residents that I saw at the nursing home, none of them could actually do any of this. And that's just something that I think a lot of people really need to learn. Like, they're actually more fortunate than they think they are. Basically, I talked with a lot of these residents. Some of them are actually there mentally, like they're pretty sharp. They can hold a conversation pretty well, but they're only there because they can't move, basically. They always need to go down to the elevator, or they need help eating their breakfast. I don't think that's really any way to live. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the US. A lot of this can actually be curbed, basically, if you just exercise throughout your life. A lot of people, they kind of just live a sedentary lifestyle. They go to their 9-to-5 job, they eat their breakfast, they wake up, they get in their car, they go to their cubicle, they stare at their computer all day, and they don't really realize that a lot of people actually can't do what they do, and eventually, as they age, their body degrades over time, and they can do less and less of what they do, and they don't really appreciate the fact that they can do that stuff. Eventually, you will run out of time. It's just like a fact of life. You will die. But you can live a lot longer and a better quality of life if you take care of your body. A lot of people, as time goes on, their body degrades because they don't appreciate, they don't exercise, they eat just bad food all the time, and eventually you will end up in a nursing home, if you eat that way. Some people, it's just genetics and you will 100% end up in a nursing home, but a lot of the negative effects can be stopped if you just kind of appreciate health in a way. And also time. There's only a limited amount of time in the world. So basically, I started this project back in May. I actually never thought I'd finish it. That was 2 or 3 months ago. That went by extremely fast. Even though that's a small portion of my life, the past 4 years they just seem like it's gone by a lot faster, and a lot of people don't really realize that time is very limited, and if you don't appreciate it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is a lot of these seniors in the nursing home, I don't think any of them actually ever expected to be there. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to believe that someday, everybody in this room, they're going to be in their 80s and their 90s. A lot of them in nursing homes. I think a lot of people, they just don't really take that into consideration, their day-to-day lives. They kind of just go about their routine, and they don't realize, they don't really just stop and think. That kind of just coincides with a lot of people taking their health for granted. So I really recommend volunteering basically at a nursing home or a hospital or somewhere in the healthcare industry. It's really eye-opening. You meet a lot of new people. I'm not interested in nursing or the healthcare field, but I think it's really eye-opening. I learned a lot of new things. it's just a good experience. Exercise daily. You only have a limited amount of time. Eventually everybody will die. Thank you, Harris Hill Center. They're not here today, but I really actually couldn't have done this project if they didn't allow me to volunteer there. Darcy Little, she's the director of recreation there. She actually allowed me to volunteer there. I helped at some of their cookouts. I met a lot of really nice people there. The residents that I was able to talk to, they actually have a lot of cool stuff to say. Thank you to Mr. DeAngelis for being a good mentor. This project was kind of rocky in the beginning, but he helped me to straighten it out and formulate a new plan. And thank you to Mrs. Aubin for being a good senior seminar teacher and answering all my questions I have for her. Any questions?